Jeff Hardy's back, and he will be the special guest referee for our main event. He did say earlier that he's going to call this right down the middle. Jeff Hardy is throwing Tyrus out. Drew Galloway goes up and over. Drew Galloway has EC3 in a precarious situation. Future shock DDT with one suplex. Oh! Matt Hardy threw Drew through the table.
Everything but the kitchen sink is falling out of the sky. This is like a
Galloway! What core strength by Drew Galloway. EC3 double 1%er. Oh!
Jeff Hardy has had enough.
Yeah, but Jeff Hardy's the official in this match. Drew Galloway running boot. Matt Hardy, twist of fate. Matt Hardy's got Drew Galloway down, and Matt Hardy has become world champion.
The boy from Cameron, North Carolina.
视频前的你，如果在男性持久力、勃起硬度等方面不满意，现在就加郭老师微信358-163-379，让郭老师帮助你持久坚挺，延时20到40分钟，补肾壮阳，延时助勃。 增强夫妻性生活，28天彻底告别快男软男，做回自信的自己。记住微信358-163-379。
Absolutely, man. Check it out. We're in a whole new environment, if you will, and not only that, there's a whole new world, so to speak, beginning right here in Impact Wrestling, following Bound for Glory.
You mentioned the world. Everyone is talking about our World Heavyweight Championship and what went down this past Sunday and what's led us to tonight. Let's take a look at what's gone down over the past 3 days.
What is it? You have your round! You have your round me! You round me! You're dead to me, Auntie! Dead! Get out of here! Get out of your gun!
This has been the worst 12 hours of my life. I haven't slept, eaten. Doesn't matter. Because here I am, the office of my attorney, the same attorney that just acquired an injunction from the 7th Circuit Court against TNA Wrestling, Dixie Carter, Jeff Hardy, and the heavyweight champion, Matt Hardy. There has been collusion. There has been a conspiracy against me since I became World Heavyweight Champion, and my attorneys will see through that justice will be served. Matt Hardy. You must be real proud of yourself, becoming World Heavyweight Champion at the expense of me through such means. Must be real nice to tell your son, Maxwell, how you acquired that title. It matters not, Matt, because this injunction prevents you from being on Impact Wrestling this week, next week, forever. Yeah. Justice will be served.
My entire life, I have dreamt of becoming the World Heavyweight Champion. And last Sunday night at TNA's biggest event of the year, Bound for Glory, that dream became a reality. And I couldn't have been more proud of that entire evening. It happened in my home state in North Carolina. It happened in front of my family, my wife, my son, my dad was there. Utterly amazing, fairy tale-like stuff. EC3, the champion before me, he couldn't man up and say, you know, Matt, you were the better man on that evening. You won. That's not what we did at all. He filed an injunction towards me and towards Impact Wrestling. He said that Dixie Carter, his aunt, stacked the deck against him. You know, he went to lawyers, attorneys, the courts. He got all these legal issues involved, and now, with this injunction, I cannot even appear on Impact for the next month. He's basically got Impact Wrestling, and he's holding them hostage. The wrestling fans of Impact, they don't deserve that. No, TNA wrestling fans, they're the best in the world. They deserve to have a champion that can be on television, that can defend the title. They don't deserve this. I hate it when courts and lawyers get involved. So there's only one thing that's going to make this go away. And 5 minutes ago, I called Dixie Carter. And it was the toughest call that I've ever made. It was sickening in many ways. The only way all this goes away and this injunction is dropped is if I relinquish the TNA World Heavyweight title. I don't want to, but I need to. It's best for Impact Wrestling. It's best for TNA. And I did that. I told Dixie I'm going to relinquish the title. That gets the injunctions thrown out. Because the Impact Wrestling fans, they deserve the best. They deserve to have a champion. They deserve to have a great product. Not what EC3's offering. But I'll tell you what. The next opportunity I get to compete for this thing, I'm going to win it again. And this time I'm going to win it where there is no controversy. Because Impact Wrestling and TNA, they deserve to have a World Heavyweight Champion that's honorable. That is going to fight like a man, not fight through his wallet with lawyers.
The celebration after Matt Hardy won the world title was an incredible end to the Bound for Glory pay-per-view. However, the following 72 hours has seen our company in chaos. The injunction that was filed by former world champ Ethan Carter set into motion the potential for the world title to be held up, not just for days, but potentially weeks, if not months. I was ready to fight it at all cost. And then I received a phone call from Matt Hardy yesterday. And after talking with Matt for a very long time and consulting with my senior executive staff, we made the decision to accept Matt's to relinquish the world title and, in essence, negate the injunction. What Matt did was incredibly unselfish. He put this company, he put this industry ahead of his own personal gain. And after much discussion, it's also set up something quite unprecedented.
You know, since my coming to TNA, we've had a renewed emphasis on world-class wrestling and clarifying our title picture. And that's absolutely our mandate going forward. But the problem right now is we do not have a world heavyweight champion. So after much discussion, deliberation, and really soul-searching, in this deliberative process, we've set up a framework by which we feel, coming out of it, we will find a new, true, undisputed champion who will stand for everything that we want this company to stand for.
And this is going to be called the World Title Series, and it starts tonight on Impact.
Thanks, Dixie. There will be 8 groups, 4 incredible athletes in each group, 32 men and women, all vying for the opportunity to become the new TNA World Champion. It is the World Title Series.
Hey, man, we're talking about something, Josh, that is fresh, new, innovative. Hey, listen, whatever you're doing right now, stop. Be sure to go to Twitter, # World Title Series, man, because this is something that is going to allow 32 men and women to come together, leave possibly the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, the one that is, and prove themselves to be the best in the world.
Yeah, we're going to find out who the best in the world truly is at the end of this World Title Series, but I have to ask you about Matt Hardy. He finally becomes world champion at Bound for Glory. Matt Hardy has been trying almost for an entire year with # Matt for Champ. He gets the title, doesn't like the way it plays out, and then decides earlier this week to relinquish the championship.
And you know what, partner, and both being a competitor who's been inside the ring, I know how much of a tough decision that was for Matt Hardy. But Matt Hardy is a man of integrity. He's a man of honor, and he wants to win it the right way. And for Matt Hardy, he don't feel like he won it the right way.
Let's take a look at how this World Title Series will break down. As you can see, in group play, it's round-robin style. You're going to face everyone in your group, so you'll have 3 matches in group play. You get 3 points for a win, you get 1 point for a draw, and you get 0 points for a loss. The cool thing about group play is that each match will be contested under a 15-minute time limit rule, so you have to keep an eye on the clock as you're trying to put away your opponent. Top 2 from each group will go on to the round of 16, and then it becomes single elimination. No time limits there. You got to win to go on, and we'll see what happens. We'll see who leaves this thing as the new world champion. I can't wait to get your predictions later, but right now we're going to meet the first 4 groups in the World Title Series.
The United Kingdom has produced some of wrestling's finest athletes. The Chesterfield Plague, Brad, the ultimate underdog, Rockstar Spud, the lovable Louse, Grado, and the captain, Drew Galloway. This is Group UK. These athletes have the chance to shock the world. The newcomer, Aiden O'Shea. The bizarre, crazy Steve. The king of the night, Kenny King. And the reborn, Mahabali Shera. Meet Group Wildcard. They have proven they are the best female athletes when competing against each other. Now they can prove they are the best in the world against anyone. The unstoppable, Awesome Khan. The Queen Bee, Madison Rae. The electrified Brooke and the wrestling purist, Gail Kim. This is Group Knockouts. In the peak of their careers, they have all won the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. The Destroyer, Lashley. The Machiavellian, Austin Aries. The brash, Mr. Anderson. And the unconquerable, EC3. This is Group Champions.
So you met Group Champions, Group UK, Group Knockouts, and Group Wildcard. Who stands out the most right now?
Well, you know, Pope is always going to go with someone who's big enough to handle anybody that steps in the ring, strong enough, someone who has been to the top and knows how to get back. So Pope's going to go with the tank that moves like a race car. I'm going with Lashley.
I'm going with this man right here. I'm going with EC3.
Of course you will.
But no, stay with me here for a second. He's still never been pinned. He's still the unconquerable. He should be the favorite as you look at the first 16, even when you get the first 32, all 32, EC3, in my opinion, that man right there is the favorite.
Well, to your point, Josh, he didn't lose. EC3 did not get pinned, but he is no longer the champion. But when we move on down and we go to the knockouts division or the knockout group, right there, Awesome Khan, all day long. If there's any woman that has a chance of getting in the ring and steamrolling through men and women alike, it's Awesome Khan.
That would certainly be newsworthy. You will see EC3 in action later tonight. He'll go one-on-one with Austin Aries. Gail Kim goes one-on-one with Brooke from Group Knockouts. And coming up next, we get things started with Group UK. It is Drew Galloway going one-on-one with Bram. They get us all started. Coming up next, right here on Wednesday Night Impact, it's the kickoff to the World Title Series.
So, Drew, tonight we have the World Title Series. What are your thoughts on that?
Bound for Glory was the biggest night of my career. The three of us went to hell and back, but on that night, Matt Hardy was the best man. And the way he's handling this controversy, I give all the credit in the world to him. More importantly, tonight is Drew Galloway's second chance. This is the World Title Series, and I know all about the World Cup, the biggest sport competition in the world. I'm not letting this slip through my fingers. There's plenty of main events and world titles in my future. I am steamrolling Group UK, and I am steamrolling everybody else that gets in my way till I get my hands on my destiny. The TNA World Heavyweight title.
Get your copy of the 2016 Knockouts calendar, now at ShopTNA.com.
Welcome back to Wednesday Night Impact. We're going to get started on the World Title Series Group UK. And this man, Bram, set to go one-on-one with the man who was in the main event at Bound for Glory this past Sunday.
And his opponent from Ayr, Scotland, Drew Galloway.
How fortunate is the World Title Series for Drew Galloway? Another opportunity at becoming TNA World Champion after the events that transpired this past Sunday. And if you missed a moment of the shocking and controversial Bound for Glory pay-per-view, well, don't worry, it is still available via your pay-per-view provider. Galloway, Bram, Group UK partner. Here we go. World Title Series first match.
Yes, sir. What a match it's going to be. What a way to kick it off for Group UK. The Leonidas of TNA captain, if you will. Drew Galloway against Bram former friends, bitter rivals, now they're just two combatants in the ring trying to get to the world title.
Our debate continued during the commercial break. I still feel that EC3 did the right thing. He got his lawyers involved. I mean, EC3 was assaulted by the referee in the main event at Bound for Glory. Can you imagine if Earl Hebner just started beating up Bram or Drew Galloway in this match?
There you go again. I mean, when you talk about EC3 and what happened, look, man, stuff like that happens all the time in the world of professional wrestling. Lawyers belong in the office. EC3 wanted to get this business taken care of. He has to do it inside of the six-sided ring. That's how we handle it.
I do give credit to Matt Hardy, though. He said, look, I don't want to get lawyers involved. I think, to your point, lawyers belong in the office. Matt Hardy said, I will reluctantly relinquish the World Championship. I want to win it the right way. And then kudos to Dixie Carter for putting together the World Title Series and giving 32 incredible athletes the opportunity to become world champion.
Kudos to you for seeing Pope's point. I mean, all through the history of this business, nice shot by Brown, but all through the history of this business, champions, my partner, real champions always find a way to bounce back. EC3 has to do the same thing.
EC3 does have the opportunity to bounce back. He's still the unconquerable. He's still undefeated. He's still unpinned. He's my pick to win the World Title Series, and then what will happen? A celebration will occur in the honor of EC3 when we're all said and done here for the World Title Series.
You know what, EC3 may be all those things that you just listed, but he lost. He's no longer the champion. He no longer has the world title. And two men right now of Group UK are vying for that very title.
And earlier, Bram and Drew Galloway got into it in their roundtable discussion with JB.
Every show I'm on out with TNA, even backstage in the locker room in TNA, people say the exact same thing. They want to see Drew Galloway versus Bram. There's going to be an absolute war. He knows it. I know it. This isn't about Scotland and England and the whole Braveheart thing. This is 2015. This is about two aggressive, big men. They're going to kick the crap out of each other, and they want to show who the world who is the best. And Bram is Drew Galloway.
Although I do have a bone to pick with Mr. Galloway, because he made it to the United States before me, which is absolutely ridiculous. I should have been here before him. I should have been here wrestling on the grand stage, not him. I hate you, and I hate you. I'll batter you every time we wrestle, mate. Right? So keep your thoughts to yourself. But Drew, my bone's with you, mate. Your time's coming.
And throughout group play here, you'll see more of those roundtable discussions. You'll hear from everyone competing as everyone wants an opportunity at the World Heavyweight Championship. Bram continues to try to get Drew on the outside. Drew Galloway is not taking the bait, though. Drew Galloway is staying in the ring and then took his eyes off of Bram. For just a second here, now an opportunity for Bram to go to work. Drew Galloway, big shot there off the steel steps.
His eyes literally just rolled in the back of his head.
Oh, what a see a lot of eyes rolling in the back of your head on Friday night, October 30th at 9, 8 Central. It is the event that everyone's talking about, Exorcism Live. Will take place right here on Destination America. Bram broke up the count there, so he can continue to do damage to Drew Galloway on the outside of the ring should he choose.
And once again, every time this battle goes to the outside of the ring, it seems to favor Bram. His playground is on the outside. He gets you where he wants you, and then he gets you back in the ring to take advantage of it.
We met the competitors from, obviously, Group UK, Group Champions, Group Knockouts, and Group Wild Card. I like your pick early. We'll meet the other 16 competitors next week, but you went with Lashley to go on to become world champion. Bram, big shot there. Goes into the cover, doesn't hook the leg, and a kick out by Drew Galloway.
There's a lot of stuff going on last week, if you will, involving Pope's name. But you got to trust me, if you never have before, when you talk about who's going to go on to become the world champion, Pope's pick matters, Daddy. And I'm sticking with the tank that moves like a race car Lashley.
see Bram here, all of his weight on the shoulders and on the neck of Drew Galloway. Galloway trying to create some sort of separation here, trying to gain the early advantage in Group UK. These men both will have to face Rockstar Spud and Grado later, as Group plays a round-robin style. We talked about that earlier. Bram now goes for the cover once again, hooks the leg, and another kick out by Drew Galloway.
Hall of Famer, TNA Hall of Famer that is, Earl Hebner looking sharp. He made that count. That's a little fast, I don't know.
Yeah, congratulations once again to Earl Hebner, who was inducted into the Hall of Fame just last week. Still to come tonight, EC3 and Austin Aries from Group Champions. Gail Kim and Brooke will get us started for Group Knockouts. And right now it's Group UK. Bram from Chesterfield, England. Drew Galloway from Ayr, Scotland.
I don't think Bram gets tired. It's like as the match goes on, he begins to feel more playful. Look at him.
This is where Bram is the most dangerous, when he has all the confidence in the world, when he can start barking at his opponent.
Just teasing.
But look at Drew Galloway not backing down at all. Drew Galloway standing up. You know how Drew Galloway feels about this World Title Series. Galloway, he loves it. He loves the spirit of competition. No hangover here from Galloway from Sunday's Bound for Glory main event. He looks good to go.
Always ready for a fight. Always ready to stand up. And there he goes. Clubs to the top of the head of Bram.
And how often have you seen Bram go down like that? How often have you seen Bram cover up? Drew Galloway built momentum here in the impact zone.
Crowd solidly behind Drew Galloway.
And Galloway, scoop slam in the center of the six-sided ring. Bram back to the outside yet again.
And Galloway's go right after him yet again, too. Here we go.
Drew Galloway didn't want to go to the outside earlier, but I think he has found a chink in the armor of Bram, and Galloway doesn't want to let Bram escape. Boom!
Galloway always one for the people, always interactive. Here on Impact Wrestling is Galloway with the chops to the chest of Bram. That'll knock the wind straight out of your lungs, partner.
You know, I see what Bram and Drew are doing here on the outside. They're trying for the big knockout shot out there. But you want to get back inside the ring, you only get 1 point for a draw. You only get 1 point for a double count out. They're going to get back in, try to get 3 points, and get out to a fast start.
And in this type of situation, you do not want to start off with a draw.
Boom!
Just 1 point ain't going to cut it. You want to get out ahead. This is a race to the finish. You want to get out ahead as quick as possible.
Galloway, look for that big shot. Remember the way he defeated Lashley. He caught him to become #1 contender. The running boot by Drew Galloway. Bram's down, and Galloway picks up 3 points.
Your winner, Drew Galloway.
So just like that, Drew Galloway has secured 3 points. He finds himself on top of the leaderboard for Group UK. So Drew Galloway is able to pick up the first victory in the World Title Series. So if you take a look at the leaderboard here from Group UK, Drew Galloway is on top. Bram's got the goose egg. How important is it for Galloway to get out of the blocks quickly and pick up 3 points?
Hey, man, it's like a race horse getting out of the gate, or a greyhound on the track trying to get to that bunny rabbit. And obviously, as we can see, Drew Galloway has taken the lead. What does that do to all the other competitors? It shakes them up, because now they are behind. They have to chase. Hey, Bram, he's falling behind right now, but if anybody has a chance of catching up, it's probably Bram.
Yeah, but take a look. I mean, Drew Galloway with the victory over Bram. He now has to go on and face Spud and Grado. I think that there's an opportunity for Drew Galloway. He's in control right now.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's the point that Pope was trying to make. He's ahead. He's smooth selling, and all he has to do, you got Grado and you got Spud. Spud's no pushover. And Grado, well, we'll see what happens.
We will see what happens later tonight right here on the World Title Series. It will be the second match from Group UK, Rockstar Spud, one-on-one with Grado.
Neil, let me ask you about being in the World Title Series.
You know what? Impact Wrestling has always been the place for women to be. It's always been the place where women can succeed. And tonight is no different. I get the chance to be World Heavyweight Champion. Me, The knockouts get the chance to be world heavyweight champion. Do you know anywhere else that could happen? And tonight, I intend to take full advantage of that. And I'm going out there and I'm giving it my all.
Gail Kim wants to take the momentum from Bound for Glory right into the World Title Series tonight. She'll go one-on-one with a 3-time Knockouts champion, Brooke. Who will secure the victory? Who will get out of the gates first in group knockouts? Galloway, look for that big shot. Remember the way he defeated Lashley. He caught him to become #1 contender. The running boot by Drew Galloway. Bram's down, and Galloway picks up 3 points.
Both of us are very similar. He's very, very aggressive, and I am very, very aggressive. It felt like I was looking in the mirror almost, English version of myself, and we were stomping the crap out of each other. I can't say he made a mistake, except that I always have a game plan. I don't know if he necessarily has a game plan, because he was just going for it, but, you know, I caught him at the end. He kept trying to get me to go to the outside constantly. You know, I'm not one to say no to a fight. I came outside every single time, but that was his downfall when he went to the outside at the end, because I had a plan in mind if he was going to keep making that mistake. I got him. I got the victory, but my God, that was a war.
Welcome back to Wednesday Night Impact. The World Title Series already off to a fast and furious start. You were saying during the commercial break how much you love the added wrinkle of group knockouts in the World Title Series.
Oh, man. Pope loves it. Pope loves this because we have an opportunity to witness history. We have an opportunity to see a knockout, at least 2 of them right now advancing, to go on and possibly be the first to be the TNA World Heavyweight Champion. That's like a female playing football for the first time, or a women's baseball player going to the World Series. I mean, think about the implications of how huge this would be.
Yeah, someone's going to hit a home run for the knockouts and advance 2, actually.
But you have to get through group play first. Who will it be? Will it be Brooke? Will it be Gail? They'll get us started right now. Group knockouts in the World Title Series.
Introducing first from Houston, Texas, Brooke.
Remember, Brooke is the former Knockouts champion. She's a 3-time Knockouts champion. She does have a rematch clause against Gail Kim or whoever the champion may be when Brooke decides to exercise that rematch clause. She has certainly been training and is confident about the World Title Series.
Opponent from Toronto, Canada, Gail Kim.
How incredible did Gail look this past Sunday at Bound for Glory when she went one-on-one with Nemesis Awesome Kong and retained the Knockouts Championship.
And you notice she's not out here with a title right now. This is not a knockout title defense, but what an opportunity it is for Brooke to be in the ring with the current Knockouts champion. As you mentioned, she does have a rematch, so this is a great time for Brooke to fill out the champion.
I think it's a calculated strategy by Gail Kim to not come out here with the championship. This isn't about the Knockouts championship. This is about the World Championship. This is an opportunity to make history if you're Gail Kim or Brooke. So I like the forward thinking by the incumbent Knockouts champion, Gail Kim here. But in case you were wondering, Christmas is just 3 months away. Perfect time for you to get a copy of the 2016 Knockout Calendar featuring the lovely women of TNA Wrestling. Go to shoptna.com right now and get your copy of the 2016 Knockouts Calendar. It is all about the knockouts. Earlier today, Gail Kim, Madison Rayne, and Brooke sat down for their roundtable discussion with JB.
I've always proved why I am the best in this division. Why this division even came to be was because of my passion for this division and for this business.
Well, I'm actually just really happy to be here and excited for the opportunity. And let's not forget, I am a 3-time Knockouts champion. But that's enough said.
Brooke seems very confident. She wants that Knockouts championship back. Where who will get the first points here? Look, nice takedown in there by Brooke. Remember, this match not for the Knockouts championship. This is the first match in the World Title Series for group knockouts. We already saw Drew Galloway earlier defeat Bram, so Galloway's got a quick 3 points. Whoa.
This is what I'm talking about. Gail Kim, the experience that she has. I just don't know. I don't think Brooke gonna just go toe-to-toe with her like that.
Gail looking for a tilt-a-whirl head scissors. Brooke put on the brakes. Brooke now perhaps looking for a hitting opportunity. Counter there by Gail Kim, and Brooke's shoulders down. Back and forth they go. Gail down.
For everything Brooke has tried, Gail has had an answer for. Well, she didn't answer right there. What a clothesline by Brooke.
And now Brooke thinking her counter-on. Gail Kim down. And Brooke is matching the level of Gail Kim here. You can see sometimes you talk about guys playing down to their competition. Brooke is playing up to her level of competition here against Gail Kim.
Yep, and that's a good point. Again, this is a great filling out opportunity for Brooke, knowing that she does have a rematch clause for the Knockouts title. So I don't think maybe she want to show it all. But then again, she want to get the win because she wants to go up on the leaderboard. So this might be the opportunity that she's been waiting for.
Reversal here by Gail Kim, and referee Stifler doing a good job trying to get him out of the corner here. Toe hold by Brooke. Floats over. Potential submission maneuver here.
Okay, she's just letting it all hang out, man. She's just really throwing it all out there. Is Brooke. She's really wanting to go forward here and onto the leaderboard and get ahead in the group knockout.
Gail may tap out here. Remember, Gail Kim was in a grueling match this past Sunday, one-on-one with Awesome Kong at Bound for Glory. I think Brooke thought that Gail Kim might have tapped there. It looked like Gail was getting close.
Well, you know what? Being that Gail Kim was in that awesome match with Awesome Kong, you know it has to have a lingering effect. So maybe that's why Brooke is going all out, going hard right now to get ahead. But look at this by Gail Kim. What the hell you call that? This is what I'm talking about, man. She pulled out moves that you've never seen before.
This is a submission maneuver here by Gail Kim. We'll see if Brooke can hang on.
She's twisting her and talking to her body like a pretzel. Good grief.
Brooke is very close to tapping out here. And perhaps out of frustration alone, Gail Kim breaks the hold. Gail thought she had the match won. Brooke showing some tremendous resolve here.
I don't know if she thought she had the match won. I think she just didn't get what she was looking for, and now she's looking for eat the feet. Oh!
This counter there by Brooke, and she'll be able to fight a new day. Countering eat defeat there by Gail Kim.
Gail is looking like she's been through hell. And you know what? That's exactly what she experienced when she faced Awesome Kong. And I don't know if it's... I really think it's had a lingering effect on Gail.
Gail Kim standing tall right now with Brooke in the center of the ring. Firing forearms back and forth. All for an opportunity to move on. I mean, imagine what's going to happen. Two of these knockouts are going to exit group play and go on to the round of 16. They're going to compete against their male counterparts.
Oh, yeah. Facebuster from the second rope by Brooke. She may have Gail.
That was the butterface maker by Brooke.
What is she waiting on? Cover her, Brooke.
Brooke feels perhaps she needs to do one more big move here to put away Gail Kim to pull off the upset in the World Title Series, and misses with the elbow off the top rope.
Well, she took a gamble and it didn't pay off. Now it may come back to haunt her. Gail Kim getting to her feet, and you know she has to have something in mind right now to put on Brooke.
High back elbow there by Gail Kim. Gail avoids Brooke yet again.
Sweep the feet. And you know what's about to happen now, partner. Crossing up the leg, classic Gail Kim with the ring post finger four.
She can't earn the victory here, but she can do a lot of damage to Brooke on the outside. Has Gail Kim done enough to earn a victory?
Well, you know, she's always planning ahead. You can see her right there thinking, being calculated.
And Gail Kim again looking for eat defeat. Thrown off once again by Brooke.
But back to that leg. Gail went. What's she going for here? What?
Brooke inside cradle. Gail Kim's down and Brooke pulls off the upset.
your winner,
Brooke has defeated Gail Kim in the World Title Series. She got 3 points, partner. And Brooke finds herself on top of the leaderboard. Brooke will still have to go one-on-one with Austin Kong and Madison Rayne, but a victory here tonight.
We'd like to get your thoughts on the World Title Series.
Is that what we're calling this? The World Title Series? Because if you ask me, it should be called the EC3 Memorial Screwjob Series, because I am the one true, real World Heavyweight Champion. But granted, Aunt D, such an innovator, you have created this great tournament to crown a new World Heavyweight Champion. Everybody is on a level playing field. Everybody has a shot. Yet they shouldn't, because I'm the real world champion. I'm the one who was robbed. I'm the first, true, real, organic product created by TNA, and to be treated in this manner, it escapes me, it bestows me, but it motivates me. It motivates me to win this thing. Tonight, we're having people come out of the woodwork as well, because Austin Aries has showed up. Oh, welcome back, Mr. Aries. So glad that you can finally come back when it's convenient for you and the world title is in your grasp. Well, it will not be in your grasp, because I will defeat you tonight in record time. This World Title Series is not over till I win.
In EC3's mind, he should be world champion right now. But because of everything that transpired, we are here in the World Title Series. In EC3, we'll have to go one-on-one with Austin Aries tonight. Moments ago, a major upset in the World Title Series in group knockouts. It was Gail Kim one-on-one with Brooke. Gail Kim was looking for eat defeat on several occasions. Brooke would pull off a major upset. Brooke with the inside cradle, and Brooke has 3 points and has defeated Gail Kim. As we take a look at the leaderboard for group knockouts, you can see Brooke on top. We will see Awesome Kong and Madison Rayne one-on-one in a little while, and Gail Kim is 0-1. That's a shocker, folks. Brooke would tell ImpactWrestling.com moments ago, and I quote, "I defeated Gail Kim tonight. I'm confident that I can go on to win group knockouts." We're just getting started on the World Title Series, and I'm going to put you on the spot because earlier, and we only know half the field, earlier you selected Lashley as your favorite, but how about what we saw from Drew Galloway? Drew Galloway in Group UK went one-on-one with Bram, and as you can see, Drew Galloway was pretty decisive in victory.
Hey, man, just look how impressive Drew is. I mean, as I said before, he got out the gate early, and he didn't just get out, but he ran over the maniacal nutcase Bram. So he set the tone, man. I mean, Drew can possibly go all the way to round 16.
And Drew Galloway has the lead right now. He's got 3 points. Bram sits at 0. And we have another match. Here comes Rockstar Spud from Group UK. Rockstar Spud against Grado. Spud's the ultimate underdog. You can see the way the Impact Zone reacts for Rockstar Spud. 2-time X Division champion.
Oh, yeah. Hey, you said it all, man. 2-time X Division champion, the ultimate underdog. Never count him out. Sure, Focus went with Lashley. Pick Lashley to go all the way, but you can't count the ultimate underdog. I'm picking him over Brock.
Imagine if this is all said and done as Grado makes his way to the ring right now. If Rockstar Spud has his hand held high, I mean, anyone can win. That's what you got to love about this World Title Series.
You're not going to find any other place, any other show in the world that provides the competition, the innovation that we provide right here in Impact Wrestling, the World Title Series. I mean,
you're not going to see anyone like Grado anywhere else as well. Let's head inside the Impact Zone right now and check out Rockstar Spud one-on-one with Grado.
And Grado right off the bat. Sense of urgency. Grado wants 3 quick points. I like what we're seeing here from Grado. And if you think Grado and Spud are friends, take a look at what they said to each other earlier in the roundtable.
I mean, I'll tell you something. A lot of people think that I can never overcome the odds. But you ask Al Snow. I overcame the odds that night. People always beat me down. They always put me down. But at the end of the day, I come up and I get fired right up. Right, well, you're definitely not going through.
Well, then definitely you're not going through.
You're definitely not going through. Yeah, I'll tell you.
If I have to fight you, we're definitely not going
I'll tell you what, right, you're a small guy, but your punches are hard, You're aggressive, and you do hurt when you hit. I will give you that.
I can promise you that discussion went on for quite some time, but the action inside the ring now. Grado and Rockstar Spud are representing Group UK. We already saw Drew Galloway defeat Bram. He's got 3 points. And, well, speaking of the UK, we have 3 major Impact events taking place in January in 2016 in the United Kingdom. It's the Maximum Impact 8 Tour.
Come on, Rockstar. Let's get this thing over with quick.
There will be double Impact Wrestling television events. Go to ImpactWrestling.com for more information about the UK tour. Stops in Manchester, London, and Birmingham. I think Spud's from Birmingham.
Attaboy, Spud. One forearm and another running forearm.
Grado is from the top end of Stevenson. I'll give you a map. You can point out where the top end of Stevenson is.
I guarantee you no one cares. Right now,
people in Stevenson care.
The crowd is behind the Ultimate Underdog. Rockstar Spud. Man.
Rockstar Spud took his eyes off of Grado here.
Wait a minute. You have a dual champ in the Impact Zone.
And Grado just did a pedigree. Cover here. Hooks the outside leg and a kick out by the Ultimate Underdog.
I'll give you Pope's pedigree. You know, if the Wolves are like a shot of caffeine, then Grado is like ZQL for Pope. Do you get that?
Yeah, it was a tremendous analogy.
All right, great.
Grado now has lowered the straps. Reminiscent of, Kurt Angle, who was in action this past Sunday at Bound for Glory against Eric Young.
Rockstar reversed that.
Now the EC3 splash coming from Rockstar Spud.
Rockstar reversed out of the ankle lock, and he didn't even have to because Grado didn't know how to apply.
Spud with the Bulldog.
Bless his heart.
This is a classic match that your children will be talking about. Rockstar Spud. Spud's looking for the worm. Connects. A cover. Hits the leg. Grado kicked out.
Don't turn away from the monitor. This can go all night.
It can't go all night because luckily and thankfully, group matches have a 15-minute time limit. Hopefully we're closing in on the time limit of this match.
But listen at the Impact audience. They love Grado for some reason.
Grado should take 2 weeks off and quit. And,
he's getting tired.
He can drop the elbow whenever he wants. He doesn't have to keep running.
If he don't drop the elbow, he's gonna drop himself. Thankfully, he hit it.
Grado looking to pick up 3 points here, and Spud kicks out at 2.
Grado, I think he just beat himself, partner. I don't know how much wind he has left.
Not so phenomenal there by Grado.
I'm begging Rockstar to just start rocking it up. That's a Popeism. And hit him. I think he's good. What? That's like a double version of... Okay.
Spud looking for a choke slam, perhaps.
And he hit it! He hit the choke slam. What?
Spud with the cover. And Grado kicks out at 2.
What a classic moment. This is a memorable moment in Impact Wrestling. By God, Spud, put him away. I'm not going to have a voice, Josh.
Well, in instances like this, I'm going to do what any pro wrestling broadcaster would do. I'm going to steal lines from JR. By God, this is a slobber knocker. Grado is stomping a mud hole. He's a walking dry.
Well, he's stomping it in the mat right now. And with to put it to his face, but only got it to his stomach. Rockstar with a stunner! Rockstar with a stunner!
Stunner! Stunner! Underdog! I don't even think JR could do this match justice. Puts the leg, and Spud defeats Grado.
Your winner, Rockstar Spud.
Thank God it's over. But at the end of the day, 3 points are 3 points. I mean, Spud did what Drew Galloway did earlier. He's atop the leaderboard now. And what will happen coming up next when former champions go one-on-one? It's EC3 one-on-one with Austin Aries. How did Austin Aries get in this series? We'll talk about that after this.
You know that coming up momentarily is EC3 versus Austin Aries. It's Lashley versus Mr. Anderson in our main event. But as it relates specifically to group champions, I need one fearless prediction from you.
It always makes folks chuckle on the inside when you ask him for a fearless prediction. That's pretty bold of you, but when you look at EC3 and Austin Aries, the self-proclaimed greatest man that ever lived, look, I'm just going to go down this list really quick. When I talk about predictions, you got Lashley, you got Mr. Anderson, you got Austin Aries along with EC3, all former world champions that have already done the impossible. So therefore, the impossible, I believe, is going to happen. Your boy, EC3, is going to get pinned. That's folks' prediction.
That's your fearless prediction? That's preposterous. Hey. It's been like 1,000 days. EC3 is never going to be pinned. That's why he's the unconquerable.
It only takes 1 day, 1 match for the impossible to happen.
Well, I mean, anything is possible. Look at what happened at Bound for Glory with the World Championship. Look at what happened at Bound for Glory in the Bound for Gold Gauntlet match. It was crazy. Bodies were flying all over the place. In the end, EC3's bodyguard Tyrus wins. And earlier today, we caught up with the big man.
Tyrus, we asked, do you feel like you shocked the world this past Sunday?
Do I feel like I shocked the world? Yeah, I feel like I shocked the world. I also shocked EC3, but I got his back. Always got his back. And as far as this world title series goes, I'm just going to sit back and watch and see what happens. Because when they get a winner, it's on my time.
What if EC3 wins the series and wins the title?
If EC3 wins the series, then it's going to get interesting. Really interesting.
Introducing first, accompanied by Tyrus, Ethan Carter III, EC3.
He's no longer the TNA World Champion. He's still unconquered. He's still unpinned. He's still unsubmitted. But here's what went down this past Sunday at Bound for Glory. This was the moment, ladies and gentlemen, that Jeff Hardy had too much badgering from EC3. Jeff Hardy would drop EC3, and that's led us to where we are right now. EC3 threatened lawsuits. He brought his lawyer in. Matt Hardy would relinquish the World Championship. Dixie Carter would set up the World Title Series. And now EC3, as a part of Group Champions, has an opportunity to earn back his World Title.
I don't know if it's necessarily his to be had. It's all up in the air.
And his opponent from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, accompanied by Thea, Austin Aries.
All the net nerds are saying, why is Austin Aries out here? He lost to Rockstar Spud in a career versus name match. How is Aries involved in the World Title Series? Look, Austin Aries is the smartest man in the history of professional wrestling. He's a former world champion. There's a group called Group Champions, and Aries found his way into the World Title Series. There's no other way of looking at it, folks. Austin Aries may go on to become the next world champion. He's with Thea Trinidad. Pope is all tongue-tied as he takes a look at Thea with Austin Aries. EC3 is looking at Thea Trinidad as well. You may remember her as Rosita. Once upon a time here in Impact Wrestling, now accompanying Austin Aries to the ring.
She's looking better than ever, Daddy.
So here we go, the Group Champions first match. EC3 versus Austin Aries. Also in this group are Lashley and Mr. Anderson. I have to ask you a question. Do you think that everything that transpired Sunday to where we are right now, do you think that EC3 got what he wanted?
What do you mean? What exactly are you referring to? Are you talking about the Jeff Hardy situation, or are you talking about the World Title Series? I mean, because if you're referring to Jeff Hardy, EC3 kept antagonizing him. He kept verbally abusing them. He kept poking at the Enigma. And as the old rule of the jungle says, if you poke at an Enigma long enough, you're going to get a twist of fate. And that is exactly what happened.
Jeff Hardy was the official in the match Sunday. Jeff Hardy assaulted EC3. Matt would go on to win the championship. Matt, to his credit, look, this has nothing to do with Matt Hardy, in my opinion. I think Matt Hardy is a stand-up guy. I think Matt Hardy did the right thing. He relinquished the championship after he saw the way that he won the title. And now here we are with the World Title Series after EC3 threatens lawsuits, lawyers, and attorneys, and all of these things. Do you think Matt Hardy would have relinquished the title had EC3 not made such an argument about what went down?
I see what you're saying now, partner, and to your point, again, Matt Hardy, being the stand-up guy, he wanted to save himself a lot of trouble. He wanted to save the company a lot of trouble. And again, he wanted to do it the right way. So I don't think necessarily that EC3 got what he wants, but yet EC3 can get what he wants because he is involved in this World Title Series, and he just has to get back to the top.
EC3 always very confident. He definitely was earlier in Group Champions roundtable discussion.
Because I am the greatest living professional wrestler alive, which in some ways supersedes being the greatest man that ever lived.
Well, I see EC3 is already trying to, copy my style, so I don't blame him for that. I say that he has a good chance to go through because he's got his buddy behind him to do his dirty work. He's always hiding behind, 2 tons of Tyrus.
We'll see what happens here between EC3 and Austin Aries. Aries found his way back in the World Title Series, going one-on-one with EC3.
And it's not going to be easy at all following that Japanese arm drag. You're talking about Austin Aries, a guy that's done it all. And it's not going to be an easy task for EC3 to pick up the 3 points in this matchup.
And EC3 was in a match this past Sunday, a match of his career against Drew Galloway and Matt Hardy.
Yeah. Hey, but that's Impact Wrestling, Daddy. That's just the law of the land, if you will. You just got to do what you got to do. And it's time for EC3 to man up, prove himself, prove to the world that he's the unbeatable, unconquerable, the unpinnable. It's time right now to solidify all those statements that you call him.
You saw EC3 point at Tyrus moments ago. He didn't really even go over to Tyrus because Tyrus now is looking at EC3 like he's fresh meat as well. If EC3 wins, Tyrus has a guaranteed title opportunity thanks to his victory Sunday in Bound for Gold.
And as my old man would say, how sweet it is for old Tyrus to be sitting in that position.
Tyrus would tell EC3, look, I respect you, I like everything you've done for me, but I want to be world champion. Austin Aries trying to dial it up here in EC3, avoids disaster, but again, doesn't roll over to the side that Tyrus is on, stays over on his own. EC3 is an island at this point.
Nice forearm, followed by an elbow by Austin Aries and another one.
Austin Aries, every part of his game is so good, he's so fluid inside and outside of the ring.
Austin Aries is a world caliber athlete that can never be denied. No man, no wrestler will ever fix their mouth, fan alike, to say anything else other than what Pope just said.
First match in Group Champions. We've already seen 2 matches from Group UK. Drew Galloway has 3 points after defeating Bram, and Rockstar Spud has 3 points with his victory over Grado. Who will gain 3 points here? Will it be Austin Aries? Or will it be EC3? Aries perched up on the top rope.
And why is Tyrus looking that old fear out there?
And Tyrus taken down by Austin Aries.
Protect the Rose, Daddy. That's what he's doing.
And EC3 takes advantage.
Austin trying to protect the Rose. Rosita, that is.
Who will gain control here? It's the first match from Group Champions. Aries is down on the outside. Can EC3 take advantage? Hashtag World Title Series is trending worldwide as we welcome everyone back to Wednesday Night Impact. This is the first match from Group Champions. It's EC3 one-on-one with Austin Aries. Unique maneuver there by EC3, cover and a kick out by Austin Aries. And as we came back from commercial break, you saw Thea Trinidad, who is cheering on her man Austin Aries here in the first match of Group Champions in the World Title Series. Oh! EC3 dialing up the offense here. In control of Austin Aries. Another cover, hooks the leg, and a kick out once again by Austin Aries. Are you seeing any sort of, we talked about hangovers from Bound for Glory. Are you seeing anything from EC3 here in this matchup?
Pope sees only one thing, and that's frustration. Pope sees...
We are now down to just 5 minutes. Sorry to interrupt you, partner. But remember, 15-minute time limit in group play matches. These guys have 5 minutes left. If they go to the time limit draw, they only get 1 point.
And you know what? No one wants that in this type of scenario. You get 1 point, you automatically falls behind, almost like EC3 just almost fell off the apron.
So under 5 minutes to go, sense of urgency here by Austin Aries. Aries needs to get EC3 back into the ring and can't do so here with a neck breaker, but EC3 down to the outside. And this is going to benefit Aries. Suicide dive takes out EC3.
Not looking good for the former TNA World Heavyweight Champion EC3. If things continue this way, then you already know that Austin Aries may have his hands raised at the end of this contest.
Aries once again up on the top rope. And Aries missile drop kick. EC3's down.
Austin's feeling it.
Oh, nice counter there, big boot by the former world champion EC3. Thought EC3 was looking for the 1%er there. Instead, perhaps looking for a TKO. Aries slips on the back. And Austin Aries discus elbow. Drops EC3, hooks the leg, and a kick out.
Thought he may have had him there. Maybe a little surprise, quick maneuver into the finish. But it didn't happen.
Great match between EC3 and Austin Aries. Aries keeping his eyes on Tyrus on the outside. EC3 had enough time, gets to his feet. And this time EC3 connects with a TKO. Cover on Aries. EC3's going to do it, and Austin Aries pops 3 and 2.
Oh, daddy. Fitness is picking up. You can see the frustration on the face of EC3.
Well, EC3 knows what's happening here. The time is drifting away. EC3 needs to put away Austin Aries.
And there's the call. He's going for that EC3 splash.
Aries saw it coming and avoids EC3 running drop kick. And now Austin Aries was looking for the brain buster. EC3 knew it and overpowered Austin Aries.
You got to know if he hit that brain buster, it's just 3 counts away, it's over. Nice counter maneuver there by EC3 to drive him back into the corner. Now maybe setting up for a superplex.
Precarious situation for both EC3 and Austin Aries. Aries firing away in the midsection. Trying to stop the offense of EC3. Boxes the ears. EC3's down. Austin Aries perched on the top rope yet again, and Aries connects with a 450.
It's over.
Aries is going to collect his 3 points in a kick out by EC3.
And did you see Tyrus? Did you see the man dinosaur? He was a little unsure. Maybe he wanted to interfere. Maybe he didn't. I saw hesitation.
The count looks spot on to me as EC3 was able to kick out at 2.5. Did you see the look of shock and awe in the eyes of Austin Aries? Everyone in the impact zone was shocked that EC3 kicked out of the 450 splash.
Not too many people kick out of that, and there it happened.
Tyrus picks the angle, and now EC3 schoolboys on Aries. EC3 sit out powerbomb, and EC3 is going to collect his points, and Aries kicks out at 2.
What power exhibited. I got to give it to EC3. He's pulling it all out. He's letting it all hang out. That was some impressive impressive strength shown by EC3 to power Aries up from his back and drive him back down in the powerbomb.
It looked as if Aries was wiggling out of that schoolboy. EC3 saw it coming and just picked up Austin Aries and drove him back into the canvas.
But the more Aries kick out, the more frustrated EC3 becomes. He has to put him away.
And Thea on the other side picks the ankle of EC3.
What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Schoolboy by Austin Aries. Last chancery.
There is 1 minute remaining in the time limit.
60 seconds to go. EC3's got to hang on. Aries has to wrench back.
Everyone's calling for EC3 to tap. When he tapped, he made it to the rope.
He's never been pinned. He's never submitted. And EC3 grabbed the bottom rope.
We're under 60 seconds, partner. It can still happen.
Aries was looking for a brainbuster. Time's running out. EC3 looking for the 1%er. What a shot by Austin Aries.
4th time's a charm.
Brainbuster countered.
Countered again.
EC3 trying to connect with the 1%er. Just seconds to go.
Can any man pull out the trump card right now?
Aries, brainbuster countered yet again. The clock is winding down. The 1%er thrown off. Austin Aries looking for the last chancery.
You gotta flip into position, Josh.
5 seconds to go. This match is gonna end in a time limit draw.
This match is a time limit draw.
Austin Aries and EC3 just battling out for 15 solid minutes. And in the end, the conclusion is a draw. 1 point each. 1 point for EC3. 1 point for Austin Aries.
And you gotta know the crowd is wanting more of this.
Oh, and a cheap shot by EC3.
I don't think it's gonna matter, but they're gonna get it. EC3 striking after the bell. He still wants to hit the 1%er.
And EC3 thrown off by Austin Aries. And Aries, this time, connects with a brainbuster. EC3 down and out after that cheap shot. But in the end, the bigger picture is that EC3 and Austin Aries, both with 1 point. How will this affect them later in group play? They still have big-time matches against Lashley and Mr. Anderson.
And I can assure you, if it's anything like what we've just witnessed, the Impact fans, we're in for one hell of a ride.
I'd say that we all got what we wanted, a great match between Austin Aries and EC3, but as you look at the leaderboard here, EC3 and Austin Aries didn't get what they wanted. A 15-minute time limit draw leads us to this, where it's now 1 point for each man, with the main event of Lashley and Mr. Anderson still to come. One of those two former champions could jump out to a big lead early.
Oh, yeah, man. And Pope being the competitor that I am, I understand where the mindset right now of EC3 and Austin Aries is. Because you do not want a 1 in this situation, because that's like receiving a 0. You know, in this type scenario, in the title series, you want a 3, Daddy. You got to have a 3. Getting a draw, getting a tie, that's just not going to cut it.
We'll see how this all plays out, with more importance perhaps now on the match between Lashley and Mr. Anderson in our main event. We're going to hear from Matt Hardy in just a little while. Exclusive comments from the man who really started this world title series. But with that said, let's head over to Mr. Anderson as he gets ready to go one-on-one with Lashley.
Mr. Anderson, when I asked about the world title series, you're in group champions.
Yeah. The toughest group. The toughest group. I'm in the toughest freaking group, and I love it. You got 4 world heavyweight champions, former world heavyweight champions. You got 3 of the toughest competitors to grace an Impact Wrestling ring, let alone a ring anywhere in the wrestling world ever, and EC3. If I want to be world heavyweight champion, which I do, I got to go through all these guys. It starts tonight with Bobby Lashley. And Bobby, I'm all in.
Mr. Anderson seems confident he has to go one-on-one with Lashley in our main event. Group champions, match number 2 still to come. And coming up next, we go back to group knockouts. It'll be Awesome Kong going a one-on-one with Madison Rain. That's next. An all-new season of Destination America's hit series Ghost Asylum premieres Friday, October 16th at 9/8 Central. Right now, you're in for a treat. We're going to show you this exclusive sneak peek of Ghost Asylum. Impact Wrestling is on tour with the big hardcore Halloween events coming to Louisiana and Mississippi. Go to ImpactWrestling.com, click on tickets for all the event info. Don't miss your chance to experience Impact Wrestling live on tour.
EC3, you've had this long undefeated streak that you've been raving and ranting about. World championships, retiring legends and icons in this business. But there's one thing you couldn't do tonight: beat Austin Aries. Now, listen, you're the fans. 5 more minutes, let them wrestle, let them fight. You heard it, but you didn't want any of it. That's why you had to cheap shot me from behind. But now you know, just like everybody else knows, exactly what the Brainbuster feels like. And if we do it again, I guarantee you, Austin Aries will be victorious.
Madison Rain, all set to go one-on-one here with Awesome Kong. Kong, the second ever Knockouts champion. Madison Rain is a 5-time Knockouts champion, but this is the World Title Series. It's all about advancing to the round of 16.
Awesome Kong going for the implant buster immediately. Ooh!
Awesome Kong trying to put away Madison Rain quickly.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously she knows the importance of this matchup. They're all behind right now.
Well, I think that Awesome Kong is showing some effects from what happened this past Sunday at Bound for Glory in that match against Gail Kim. Could be an opportunity for Madison Rain to steal a victory.
You know, anything's possible, Josh, but we're talking about Awesome Kong. We're talking about the knockouts. That is awesome. That is amazing. Hell, she's Queen Kong in Pope's book. And I think the Knockouts division recognize her as such. So Madison Rain right now, she's going to have to do a lot of what she just did, quick maneuvering to get past Awesome Kong in this matchup.
Stick and move, as they say in the
boxing world.
The boxing world. And despite the fact that the beautiful people have been reunited and she's a 5-time Knockouts champion, Madison Rain still feels like this is an uphill battle.
So I feel like I might be a bit of an underdog in this tournament, and that's okay, because I haven't done much lately. I've kind of been sidelined a bit. I'm okay with that. I'm definitely going through because the other 3 competitors are overlooking me already.
I'll beat you. I'll beat any man they put in front of me. The seas boil with my rage, and the tide is coming.
Not very often that you hear from Awesome Kong, but you do hear on the World Title Series. She's very confident. She said she could beat any man they put in front of her. She may have that opportunity should she advance out of group play. She'll need to defeat Madison Rain here tonight to get in a good standing to get to the round of 16. Can't wait to see who will advance for group knockouts. Will it be Awesome Kong? Will it be Madison Rain? Brooke pulled off a major upset earlier tonight when she defeated Gail Kim. So the World Title Series already off to a great start. And now Awesome Kong here. Torture rack-like maneuver. She's got Madison Rain bent in half.
Oh gosh, she's gonna break poor Maddie in half.
Awesome Kong looking for 3 points, looking to join Brooke atop the leaderboard in group knockouts.
Oh gosh, she landed right on the mushmaker.
I think Awesome Kong could do some damage in the round of 16. And Kong misses.
Well, Maddie has an opportunity right here. Madison Rain, look at that Oklahoma roll.
Awesome Kong is down and kicks out at 2.
Very impressive by Madison Rain.
And now a cross body runs through Kong, and she's got the rope. Good call by senior official, Hall of Famer.
At least he broke it there.
Ooh! Inseguri rocks Awesome Kong. Big boot to the side of the head, and Awesome Kong's still on feet.
Okay, partner, I'm beginning to agree with you. Maybe the matchup from Bound for Glory has taken its toll on Awesome Kong because Madison Rain right now is rocking and rolling. Drop kick from the top rope. This could be it.
Flies into the cover, hooks the outside leg, and Awesome Kong barely kicks out at 2.
I thought we had an upset.
Another cover here. Kong down, and Kong again escapes.
Madison Rayne is looking very good. And I don't mean just by her maneuvering in the ring. She's looking good, period.
Front face lock here. So hard to keep Awesome Kong down. I don't know if Madison Rayne can suplex Awesome Kong.
Definitely not a wise decision by Madison Rayne. Boom! That is she's out. That's it.
Yeah, Quinn Buster. Covered by Awesome Kong. And Awesome Kong has 3 points.
Your winner, Awesome Kong.
It looked for a second there like Madison Rayne may pull off the upset, but in the end, the implant buster. 3 seconds later, Awesome Kong has 3 points.
Awesome Kong has positioned herself on the board. An important place to be with 3 points.
So Awesome Kong with 3, Brooke with 3. They still have to go one-on-one. Madison Rayne and Gail Kim both have 0 points, but they have to go one-on-one as well. Group play shaping up in group knockouts. But right now, we're going to hear from a man from Group Champions. He's in our main event. This is Lashley.
Lashley, we'd like to get your thoughts on being entered in the World Title Series.
The World Title Series is going to be great. I can't wait to have an opportunity to compete. I've done it in my entire life. Everything I've done from when I started wrestling, I've always did tournaments. I've always had to go against the unknown, and this tournament makes it a little even special. Why? Because I'm in a group of champions, the best of the best TNA has to offer. And I know without a shadow of a doubt, I'm ready and I will dominate any situation or any person they bring towards me. My first person, my first victim is somebody I like and I trust and I have a lot of respect for. However, he stands in the way of my title. Mr. Anderson, victim number 1.
Very determined and focused Lashley. He wants the World Championship. He begins his quest for the World Title Series momentarily when he goes one-on-one with Mr. Anderson. But coming up next, we sit down with the man who relinquished the World Championship just 24 hours ago. It's Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy talks all about the World Title Series and his decision. Next.
Lights, camera, action, feel the attraction, never wanna let go. Sex, fame, and fashion, he with a passion, burning out of control. Party all the time, colors and crime. Put our hands up, just turn up this club. Party all the time, VIP the line.
Get your copy of the 2016 Knockouts calendar now at shoptna.com.
What a chaotic 72 hours it's been, ladies and gentlemen, since Sunday night's Bound for Glory. And the man at the center of it all, my guest at this time, Matt Hardy. Matt, what a night it was Sunday. Bound for Glory, finally achieving your dream, winning the World Heavyweight Championship.
It truly was a dream come true, JB. I mean, we were in North Carolina, in Charlotte, the place where I broke into the business. And everyone's dream that enters this business is to become the World Heavyweight Champion. And I did it. I became the TNA World Heavyweight Champion. And my wife was there. She came in the ring at the end. My 82-year-old dad was there. My newborn son, Max, was there. I held him in one hand. I held the title with the other one. It was the absolute perfect situation. It's stuff like a fairy tale. It's a happy fairy tale ending. Because my brother was the ref, and he struck EC3 with a chair during the course of the match. EC3 obviously has filed this insane injunction. He's just really handcuffed TNA Wrestling. He's handcuffed me. He's handcuffed everyone. So the only thing I could do to continue to have TNA on every week and for me to continue to compete on TNA and for my brother not to be in legal trouble was forfeit the title. I had to turn it over. And it is what it is. It absolutely sucks. I hate it. But I did what I felt like I had to do for the good of Impact Wrestling.
Which brings us to the World Title Series. Next week, right here at Impact, you have thrown your name in the hat. 32 people competing for this. What an opportunity to regain the very gold you had to give up.
Well, this is my mindset going into it. You know, I won the TNA World Heavyweight title, and I'm happy about how I won it. I felt like I won it fair and square. It was a dream come true. This opportunity, the World Title Series, it just gives me a chance to go out and prove to everyone that I am the best in Impact Wrestling and that I truly am deserving of being the undisputed TNA World Heavyweight Champion. And, JB, that's what I'm going to do.
Now, partner, just let Pope take this for a second. Listen to what I'm about to say. What we've just witnessed is everything that Pope referred to earlier when it comes to Matt Hardy. A man of honor, a man of integrity, a man who wants to do things the right way, and now he's been inserted into the World Title Series to do just that.
We'll find out which group Matt Hardy will be a part of at the beginning of Impact next week. We'll also find out the other groups, so we'll know all 32 competitors in the World Title Series. We've seen a lot so far, and it's only the first night as we take a look at the leaderboard. Let's start with group knockouts.
Brooke pulled off the upset victory. She defeated Gail Kim, so Brooke's got 3 points. Awesome Kong, 3 points as well. She defeated Madison Rain. So can Brooke and Awesome Kong continue to lead the ladies, or can Gail and Madison find a way to climb back in it?
Group UK, Drew Galloway got off to a quick start. He's got 3 points, as does Rockstar Spud, and then Bram and Grado, each with 0.
Leonidas, Drew Galloway, Pope's favorite of the UK group, and the ultimate underdog. You definitely cannot count him out. Bram is at the bottom, but I expected Grado to be there. Bram's a little shocked.
As we take a look here at Group Champions, this one was shocking as well. Austin Aries and EC3 take each other to the limit. They go to a draw, so they each have 1. Windows open for Lashley or Mr. Anderson.
And now is that time where we talk about momentum. Lashley, Anderson both have the opportunity right here to definitely get ahead and get that coveted 3 points.
And here comes Mr. Anderson, which means it's main event time. It is go time. It is Group Champions. It is Anderson versus Lashley right now.
Let's do it.
On Wednesday Night Impact.
He's a 2-time TNA World Champion. We showed you earlier how Mr. Anderson won his first TNA World Championship. Is Mr. Anderson 3 group matches away? And then the round of 16, 8-4, and will Mr. Anderson make it to the finals?
Partner, that can be said about everybody in the World Title Series.
And his opponent from Denver, Colorado, the Destroyer, Lashley.
He's the Pope's pick to win the World Title Series, to hold the World Championship over his head. He's the Destroyer Lashley. He's a 2-time world champion. Let's show you what happened last year on Impact Wrestling. It was the summer of Lashley. Here's how he became world champion.
Cover Lashley. 3 kicks. He got a new world champion.
So here we go. Lashley, one-on-one with Mr. Anderson in Group Champions. EC3 and Austin Aries went one-on-one earlier. They went to a time limit draw, each earning 1 point. You want to earn 3. You want to get that victory. And how quick is Lashley?
Well, I've made reference to that many a times. How quick is Lashley? Well, he's to take that moves like a race car. Are you not paying attention to me, Josh?
These 2 heavyweights feeling each other out. It is our main event here tonight in the World Title Series. It's Lashley versus Mr. Anderson after this. Our main event continues. We've taken our final commercial break. This is Lashley and Mr. Anderson from Group Champions. Beautiful suplex there by Lashley. Had the arms trapped and just took control of the body of Mr. Anderson.
Lashley looking to decapitate Anderson.
And earlier, both men were asked who they think has the best potential to move on.
Bobby Lashley. Look at him. Just look at him.
I, too, I'm going to go with Anderson. We've had many wars before, and I think we should have another war again to see who makes it.
And keep in mind, both men will have the opportunity to advance, as the top 2 from each group will advance to the round of 16. Imagine if it is Lashley and Mr. Anderson. A match so far. Have to wonder if Lashley is feeling the effects. We've been talking about it throughout the night of Bound for Glory. Had that incredible match with Bobby Roode for the King of the Mountain Championship. Shoulder up to steel post, and Lashley still kicks out at 2.
Very surprised. I've been in the ring with both of these individuals. I know how both men play when they come to work. So in a situation like this, I'm not really expecting Anderson to be on the up and up, if you will, if you understand what I'm saying. It was a perfect opportunity for him to pull the tights.
Well, I have to ask you this question now. How does the game plan of Mr. Anderson change after Lashley went shoulder first off the steel post? You can see Anderson's completely directed his offense at the shoulder of Lashley.
Well, in the game of chess, you go to the spot on the board where the opponent is the weakest, and that's what Anderson is doing right here. Lashley hurt his shoulder. Anderson is trying to capitalize on it. It's a game of chess.
We'll see if Lashley tries to protect his shoulder here. Again, Anderson, shoulder tackle. And this time Anderson saw the leapfrog coming and connects with a drop kick. Anderson flies into the cover, hooks the leg, and a kick out by Lashley. And where does Anderson go?
He goes right back to the arm smart strategy. That's what you want to do. It may not appear that it's doing much right now, but over the course of the match, it will definitely begin to show the effect of the work that Anderson is putting on that shoulder and the arm of Lashley.
World Title Series started tonight. We met 4 groups, group champions. We saw EC3 go one-on-one with Aries earlier to a time limit draw. These are the other 2 members of group champions from group knockouts. Gail Kim was upset by Brooke. And then we saw Awesome Kong defeat Madison Rain.
Nice boot to stop the tank. Took 2 of them.
Also, Group UK got started tonight. Drew Galloway, victory over Brand. Rockstar Spud defeats Grado. We know that Matt Hardy will be in the World Title Series. I wonder what group Matt Hardy will be a part of. And there's some big players that we haven't found out where they'll be as it relates to the World Title Series.
And that is the interesting aspect of this World Title Series. Single arm, DDT.
Mr. Anderson goes for the cover. Lashley kicks out at 2.
Now, you know,
another tight cover and another kick out. 3rd time a charm. Nope.
You know, Popers want to give a man his just due. And I want to talk about Mr. Anderson for a second as he goes back to the arm. For all the power, for all the speed, all the agility that Lashley has and utilize inside that ring, there's one thing that Anderson has that is his strongest point, and that is ruthless aggression. If anybody has it in the champions group, it's definitely Anderson.
Couldn't agree with you more, partner, as Lashley relies on his power to escape the clutch of Mr. Anderson. I can't wait for next week. I can't wait to find out where the likes of James Storm or Bobby Roode or Eric Young, Abyss, how are they going to factor into the World Title Series? Robbie E.
It's definitely going to be an interesting scenario to see where these guys place. But right now, an interesting elbow, followed by a clothesline. Get on it, Josh.
Lashley is getting on it right now. Lashley all over Mr. Anderson here. I mean, he amazes me every week with just his quickness. You saw how quick Lashley just snatched up Mr. Anderson. How do you prepare? How do you game plan for Lashley?
You don't.
Oh, and Lashley here just planting Mr. Anderson with a spine buster. This deserves another look, partner.
And check it out. That's not your typical spine buster. That's a power buster, Daddy.
Lashley's got Mr. Anderson on the ropes. Lashley was looking spear. Anderson avoids disaster. Just about 5 minutes to go in our main event. Can you imagine if we have 2 matches, partner, from group champions that go to time limit draws?
Oh, yeah, man. And Anderson right now is feeling it. He's picking up the steam. He's finally getting something to work for him.
And now Lashley, again, just goes right back to the power game. Just picked up Anderson off the canvas. Back and forth they go.
Anderson was never to quit.
Don't take away anything from Mr. Anderson's power game either. These are 2 heavy hitters.
And trust me, when Anderson starts to get momentum on his side, he is one that is hard to stop. Ask me, Daddy. I know.
Anderson rolls over Lashley twice now. You know, these 2 certainly respect each other, respect each other's careers and what they've done. This is all about the World Championship. It's all about the World Title Series.
It's all about advancing to the round of 16. Anderson into the cover, hooks the leg on Lashley, who kicks out at 2.
Thought he was going for a trifecta. He maybe changed his mind mid-move and hit his version of a TKO, but it still wasn't enough to keep Lashley down.
Anderson, mic check coming. Lashley trying to fight free.
You know those elbows with the elbow pad down had to hurt. One of the elbows to the side of Anderson's head.
Lashley trying to create more separation. There's the spear in the center of the ring. Lashley with the cover. Anderson down. And Lashley picks up 3 points. And there's your leader.
Your winner, Lashley.
And just like that, the tank that moves like a race car just zoomed ahead in the championship group.
Lashley finds himself alone atop group champions. The World Title Series is underway. What groups will we meet next week? Don't forget Matt Hardy's in the World Title Series.